Hello, my friends. Welcome once again to Kardec Radio. This is Spiritism, a closer look. We are here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are always looking for suggestions, comments. You have our contacts, the way to get in touch with us down here on your screen. Just get in touch, suggestions, comments, questions, topics that we want us to bring over here to discuss. So we are open to any of that. So Spiritism, a closer look. Tonight, we're going to take a closer look at thankfulness. Thankfulness. So that you know, I'm broadcasting from Orlando, Florida, in the US, United States. In here, in this country, tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, November 24th, 2022. Thanksgiving Day. It is, in case you're out of the States or you don't know, this is a very, very, very it's a national holiday to begin with, but it's celebrated with family members. It's an opportunity to get together with family and relatives for a celebration. If you try to research back in time, if you try to trace this back in time, how it exactly started, there are different versions, there are different variations within the same version to a certain point, and then there's not it's not really a black and white answer, which doesn't really matter for us here today. But the whole thing starts around the year 1600, in the early 1600s. And it's being celebrated in different forms, different ways, with time and the evolution of the society itself. We're talking about 400 years ago. The evolution of the society itself makes the thing change a little bit. So it gets adjusted, the way we celebrate. It's not the same as if you go back 50 years ago. It's not the same thing anymore. But that's really not relevant for what we want to bring in terms of the Thanksgiving Day. We are talking about thankfulness. Although the way to celebrate has changed from its beginning, let's say within the last 400 years, two things never changed, which are the very core of the celebration. And these two things are, first, gratitude. Second, family. That's what we can pinpoint as being the core of Thanksgiving in the US. And other countries celebrate that too. So gratitude and family, and these are two key values taught by Spiritism. For a lot of people, because families are apart, people live in different lives in different states, different cities, different countries, some. So for many people, it's the one day opportunity within a whole year to get together with their family members, relatives, to share with them how you've been, who you are now. People, sometimes we get to see relatives that we don't see for 10 years, 15 years. It's not uncommon here in the US, in case you're not in the US and you don't know exactly, but it's not uncommon. So it's an opportunity for this family reunion. We experience new moments, we make new memories, all that kind of thing. Everything that comes around being together with family for some sort of celebration. Christmas is another one. So one thing that differentiates the concept of gratitude or being grateful for something in everyday life versus Thanksgiving is something that catches the attention. In everyday life, you can be grateful. You can do a prayer every day. For example, before you go to bed, a lot of people have that habit, and they just are grateful for the day they had. They are, they just elevate their thoughts and They're grateful for whatever happened on their day, uh, for things that they were able to do, and it doesn't matter what it is. But you see, this is a personal thing. The gratefulness, the thankfulness in Thanksgiving brings another element to the game. It's called collectiveness. At the Thanksgiving celebrations, we don't really use things like I, me, mine. The celebration is we, us, our. There's collectiveness in that. The whole celebration is supported by collectiveness. So now it's you and your next of kin. Now it's me and my next of kin, and it goes on and on like that. So it's a lot more powerful because it's a collective event per se. So everybody elevating their thoughts and being grateful as a collection of souls and spirits, it has a much greater impact upon the universe. Now, we should be thankful for the opportunity to see those family members. Like I said, for many people, it's once in a year. That's that one chance they have. For others, it's not so much, but regardless, we should thank those relatives and family members to be there, because they are there with us celebrating. Now, there's always those family members, those relatives that we kind of don't get along with. We don't like him much. And that's the thing. We should thank them as well for being there. You see, they have a purpose in our lives. They define our North Star because indirectly they are telling us what direction we need to follow to be a better person, more understanding, more loving, less impatient, less intolerant. They are the element that brings these things to us so we can work with them and be better person. They force us to step up and have us shape our own better future. Of course, it's free will if we want to. So we should thank these people for sharing that space with us on the celebration day, or actually anytime we are with them. But specifically, we're talking about a celebration. You see, there's no point in organizing a celebration for Thanksgiving, and then let's say I just get invited. You want to come over for Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, our family is going to get together, and then I go, who is coming? You see, that's already not a good thing. And then they say, oh, A, B, C, and D. And oh, if D is coming, then I'm not going. Come on. That's exactly what I should do. Be there because D is going to be there. And that's the person who I'm not getting along with, not because of the person. Because when I'm with that person, it triggers something in me that's going to make me better. And for that, I should be grateful for that person for joining us for the celebration. And that takes us to the next thing, right? We spoke a little bit about family. Now let's talk a little bit about gratitude. Gratitude itself is pivot within or in the Spiritist philosophy. It is. Because why, right? Because gratitude entails humility and selfishness to begin with. So if we are grateful for something for 5 minutes, During those 5 minutes, humility and selfishness shone down on me. That's already a good thing. Essentially, gratitude is a form of appreciation for something or someone. It's a form of acknowledging that something is good. And during the time that I'm grateful for something, whatever time it takes, seconds, minutes, days, weeks, years, whatever, I had to be able to let humility and selfishness erase or raise from inside, raise up. Gratitude is our passport to betterment. We cannot continue the journey towards a betterment if we are not grateful for the point that we are now. It is our passport. It opens the doors for a better life, for us being better people, better souls. Now, we can be grateful for something we have achieved. So, for example, I want to be grateful. Thank you so much because this happened in my life, and so and so and so. Now, how about being grateful for those things that I have not yet achieved? Does it sound crazy? Let me give you a couple of ideas here. Idea number one, something that in our society became very known as the vision board, right? You have movies as The Secret, and so they bring that idea, vision board, which is this is what I want to, where I want to be in a few years. This is what I want to do, and you put that on a they recommend it you physically do a panel or something, write words, whatever, that you look at every day. And then, with time, you are reminded every day when you read that board, when you see those sketches, whatever it is, you are reminding yourself, you are reminded of, oh yeah, I got to work towards that goal. We can do the same thing for gratitude, a vision board of gratitude, things that we will be grateful for. Sounds strange, right? I know. Being grateful for the opportunities that will come our way sounds very strange. Well, let me tell you this. Our destination is known, is well known. It's called perfection. If our destination is well known, I know in advance that everything I'm going to go through from now until perfection, I will be grateful when I get there. So why can't I do my, quote please, vision board of gratitude? Here's a simple example in daily life, very simple example, but it carries the same concept. Let's say you go to the supermarket and you pick up your stuff, you have a basket, and you go to the cashier line. When you get to the line, there are 10 people ahead of you. Let's just say 10 people ahead of you. So you look at the line and you estimate more or less, for example, it's going to take me, let's just say to make it easier, okay? It's going to take me 30 minutes to get past the line because there's 10 people and 30 minutes. Your goal at that point is to pay and go. You want to pay for the goods and go home. That's your goal. That's why you got into the line, right? Now, let's say, for example, that the person in front of you looks back at you and say, listen, why don't you come over and take my place? I'll be behind you. You come in front of me. Okay, let me repeat. 10 people ahead of you. The person who is the ninth online ahead of you tells you, come in and get my spot and I'll be behind you. What do you say when that happens? to say the least, you say thank you, to say the least. But it's not only the two words, the word thank and the word you on the same phrase. It's not only that. There's a feeling, there's a great feeling of, oh, thank you. With the words come emotions, and they're, of course, good emotions. It doesn't mean much. It's gonna save you 5 minutes in a line, but it means something in terms of the concept is not the action only, it's the concept of somebody offering that. So you are thankful for that person being gentle and doing that. However, that does not make you reach your goal. It didn't make you reach your goal. You're still 25 minutes away from paying and going home. But you are already thanking for something that will happen. What they did there is they gave you the opportunity to make things more likely you wanted. It's an opportunity. You are thanking for that. You see, you are thanking for something that has not yet happened. But you'll know it will happen soon. And it just got better. It's a simple thing. It's a simple gesture. It doesn't change anybody's life, or it doesn't make you, it just makes you feel good for 1 or 2 minutes. But the concept that what I want to bring in here is you are thanking for something that has not yet happened. Again, we have a goal, perfection. Why can't I think that I'm thanking for something that will happen in the future? That is more likely that this thing is going to happen faster. This is the vision board concept. That's what quantum physics has discovered, and they explain to us. Think of it, and it will happen, right? So think of the things you want, that they're going to be good in your life. They will come to you. So when you look around and you see people of all, remember last week we spoke about the spirit scale. So you see people around you, we all have that in our lives. And they are in different places on the scale. Some are more advanced morally, intellectually, some are less. So as you raise up on the scale, it's easier to feel gratitude and appreciation. When you are lower in the scale, it is very difficult. You're still attached to dissent, disgust, repugnance, aversion to God's justice. Now, if I thank God's justice, for example, if I thank for it in advance, it's going to change things in our life, because God's justice is what allows for reincarnation, so I can offset my wrongdoings. I will have a next life. You will have a next life. So whatever we did wrong, we are already having the opportunity to make it right in this life or on another one. If I can make it on this, I will have more opportunities. That's God's justice. We should be thankful for that, although the next life has not yet arrived. But it gives me the guarantee, that I will be able to have another opportunity and many more as needed to offset my wrongdoings. Don't feel aversion for God's justice, disgust. That's for those in the very bottom of the scale. Ingratitude is an early or primitive form of asking for help, right? Those who are upper on the scale, they look down and see people being not grateful or anything like that. They look down and say, oh my God, that person needs help. That spirit needs help. So ingratitude is another form of asking for help. In the book Heaven and Hell, part of the Spiritist codification, Allan Kardec publishes, a part of the book is he publishes the stories, the intercommunication, the mediumistic communications between the group, the Spiritist group, and the spirits that came over to the meeting to be consulted. They have their stories. Some of them, they come in pretty bad shape. And this is all, well, the original transcripts are in the book. Some of these spirits, they are here, they show up to these meetings and they said, I wasn't grateful enough. I had a lot of things and I didn't do it right. I wasn't grateful for what I had, and now it's too late to recognize it. Look at my situation now. This book, Heaven and Hell, shows us exactly that, part of the book. So these hardened hearts, now it's too late for them. They don't even think they can get better. Of course they can, but from their perspective, that's it. They can't get better anymore. You see, if you think about in terms of material, to make a better comparison, an analogy, if you have a stone representing a hardened heart, you have a stone, and you hit the stone, if it gets bitten, it breaks upon impact. It just breaks. If you have a soft heart, upon impact, which are the things of life, it conforms and recovers. It doesn't break. All right? So, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Incorporate your history in your story. You have a history. I have a history. We all do. Spiritual history. Incorporate that in your story today. Incorporate your past life, your past lives into your present life. And how can you do that? By comparison. You look at the spirits who are in the bottom of the scale. You will know, because if you're upper on the scale, you will know, I already got past that. I would never do this to anybody. I would never act like this. And so you know where you are by comparison. So incorporate your past life, meaning when you were further down on the scale. Incorporate that into your life, and you will find a lot to be thankful for. A lot of reasons. Yeah, do that. It's a great exercise. Count your blessings. Thank for the future. Be grateful for what's coming, because one day you are going to be the governor of a planet. One day you're going to reach perfection. It's all lined up for you. It's all lined up for you, for me, for everyone. That's what's behind Thanksgiving. Family and gratitude. Being able to thank for everything that did happen and for everything that will happen. Thanking for every single member of your family who showed up and those who didn't. Every single next of kin that we love and those that we don't get along with. Well, enjoy, as we say here in the US, right? Enjoy your Turkey Day. It's a nice way, it's a funny way of saying this. So enjoy your Turkey Day. Enjoy your Family Day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving Day. Thanks so much for participating with us tonight. We will be here next week. Spiritism, a closer look. Don't forget, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be well and have a great Thanksgiving Day.